How's it gone, everyone? How is getting on? It's me. It's SPATIQUED here, lads. Merry Christmas to you, by the way. I know it's a few weeks away yet, but I know I just thought I'd say Merry Christmas to you. You know, it's been a while. Yeah, I've been keeping my head down the last number of months. I stopped making videos because I was terrified of McEntee. Do you know McEntee? Do you know the bottle blonde one, whose head kind of looks like a padeha? Well, like, you know, she was, like, no one knows, like, it's all in the air, like, but she was, like, on about hate speech, like, you know, she's going to do hate speech. And I was thinking, I better stop making videos, you know, because she could get me for hate speech, and then I'd end up in prison, you know. So that's why, lads, I've kind of been, you know, on the QT. I've kind of been on the QT, keeping a low profile, not wanting anyone to know what I'm up to, just in case McEntee try and get me for the hate speech, you know. Yeah, should I be number one on the list, you know, it's fatigued. It's fatigued to be number one on the list. So I think I was very wise to, do you know what I mean, to keep my opinions to myself the last number of months, you know. Apart from sending out anonymous comments here and there, you know, under different sock accounts. You know, I think I've been fairly wise about it, like, you know. So, lads, oh yeah, I wanted to tell you this. Like, I got an email there the other day. Like, it was from Timothy McClosson. You know, the guy who he's the manager at Traitor FM. Like, you know. Do you remember? Like, there was a falling out. He was saying that I had a psychotic episode out in the car park, and that we'd parted company. Do you know? Do you remember that? Like, well, you know, it wasn't really true. Do you know? It wasn't really true. Do you know? Kind of was true, lads, and it kind of wasn't. Do you know? There's two sides to every story. Yes, it is true. I had a psychotic episode. It's true. It was out in the car park. It's true we parted company, but you know, there's always another side to these stories, lads. There's always another side. So, yeah, nah. I got an email from him anyway. He was inviting me in. He said they'd sorted out a recording studio, and himself and that absolute, you know, he's a total idiot. I'd call him an eager. He's a total eager. They don't call him martyrs. You know, I can't stand him now. And he was inviting me in. He said he wanted to try and extend. I'm reading it here. Extend the olive branch to me, and you know, to me, like he says to you, but I'm translating it to you. To you who's listening to me now, is, you know, to me. He was talking about me, even though he said you. He meant me, you know. So like, he was inviting me in for a sing along. They were going to sing the fairy tale in New York, the three of us. So that'd be Timothy McClosson, the Donegal martyr, Big Egot himself, you know, and me. But I didn't answer the email. Actually, I'm worried now because I opened the email. I hope there wasn't a virus, you know. I hope they didn't try and send a virus to my email, lads. Because, you know, like, they're capable, those two lads are capable of acting, you know. They're capable of acting. Now, another reason I didn't go in, right, is because, like, I know what would probably happen. They'd offer me coffee or something, right? Or they might offer me a can of beer, you know. But, like, they wouldn't let me open the can myself. They'd give me a can that was already open. And that'd probably mean that they'd put, like, plutonium or something into the can of beer, like, and I'd drink it, you know, and I wouldn't notice it, like. And then it'd be weeks later, me hair, it'd start falling out, me teeth, it'd start falling out, and then eventually I'd die, you know, a few weeks later, maybe a few months later. And it'd be very hard for the medical people, you know, to join the dots all the way back to, you know, to me going into the Traitor FM studio with the two lads, you know. So like to avoid that, to avoid drinking beer laced with plutonium, I decided that I wouldn't answer the email and I definitely wouldn't go into them, you know. But well, I'm recording this, lads, you know, because I still have the passwords, you know, So like, even though we've parted company, you know, I'm still able to access the channel, you know, and upload me videos, like, you know. So like, you know, I think I'll try and you know, I kind of stick up the two fingers to McWowson and Martyr, like, by singing you a bit of Fairy Tale New York, like. So here we go, lads. I better sit up straight for this, you know, because I'm gonna sing, like, you know. You don't want to be hunched. You don't want to be hunched, slouched when you're singing, you know. You want your back nice and straight, like straight as an arrow. Right, just clear me throat here, lads. Just cleared it there. That felt great, lads. So here we go, lads. No, I'll just give a few seconds of silence before I start. I don't want to go straight into it. I'll just give a few seconds of silence to try and to build up the atmosphere, lads. Was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, I want to see another one. That is all here. This year's for me and you. Do da 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 do. And I kind of forget the words to the rest of it. Oh yeah, there's a verse where your one is shouting at Shane McGowan, you know, Kirsty McCall, she's shouting at Shane McGowan, so I'll try and do that part. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy. No, wait a minute, lads, wait a minute, I'm not going to say that word. That's hate speech, lads. I could get into trouble with McEntee, do you know? Do you know the bottle blonde one with the head that's like a potato? I could get in trouble with her and end up in prison. So I'm not going to use that word. It's the F word, lads. Not going to use it, because I could get into trouble, do you know? As soon as I heard about the hate speech, lads, do you know what I did? I filled up this big, massive jug of water, and I got an empty bucket, and I got a few loaves of bread, and I brought it all under my bed. I turned off the lights and I crawled under the bed. And I stayed there for weeks, lads, in my bedroom under the bed. Terrified, lads, that the police would come and get me for hate speech, you know. So that's it, lads. I hope anyway. Oh yeah, Jesus, lads, I was about to end the recording without telling you the great news. It's theatre season again, lads. It's theatre season. And yours truly, SPATIQUED. Yeah, I'll be appearing, lads, in an adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. It'll be with the Tullamore Theatrics Players Group Association. Now, I'll be playing the best character of them all, lads. I'm going to be playing the lion. There's no braver animal than the lion, do you know? There's one thing a lion isn't, lads, and it's a coward. And that's why I think I was selected. Now, truth be told, lads, I went to the audition. I was very nervous, lads. So, you know, I was wearing a woolly hat. And, you know, when I went into the audition, I got fierce. You know, I got fierce nervous, lads, because I thought everyone was looking at me. And I suppose they were, because it was an audition, you know. I suppose they were looking at me. They were waiting for me to read the lines and all that. And I got fierce nervous, lads. I wouldn't read the lines, and I could see the people looking at me, so I pulled the woolly hat down over my face. And then I could hear the director's voice, and he was very emotional when he said it. He said, we've found our lion. And he said, SPATIQUED, welcome aboard. And, you know, about 5 minutes later, I very slowly pulled back up the woolly hat. And I was outside I was outside the audition room. I don't know how I got out. I think they might have wheeled me out. But as I was walking out, a woman came after me, and she just gave me a form to fill out, saying that I'd played the part of the line. So that's it, lads. It's theatre season. December's theatre season, and I'll be there with the Tullamore Theatrics Group Players Association, and we'll be doing the Wizard of Oz. Right, I wonder will there be kangaroos in that play, lads? Kangaroos and koala bears. Because it's the Wizard of Oz, and Oz is Australia. Do you know what I mean? Oz is another way of saying Australia. The same way you can say Éire and Ireland. The way you can say USA and Uncle Sam. Well, you can say Australia and Oz. So I wonder, are they going to have kangaroos and koalas in the Wizard of Oz play? I don't mind koalas, but I have a little bit of a fear of kangaroos. Kind of creep me out a bit, Do you know the way, like, when the baby kangaroo's born, it looks like a worm, and it crawls up from the females, down there, down under. It crawls from there up into her pouch. I don't know, I just find it. Now I have to say, like, kangaroo pouches would be great if you didn't want people to know what you were up to, or if you were terrified that McEntee gets you for the hate speech. You could hide in a kangaroo's pouch, But no, I'm kind of getting way ahead of myself. Yeah, they creep me out, and the way they jump about. Like, why can't they just walk like other animals? Why do they have to prance about like? It's kind of freaky. It's kind of freaky. You've probably never thought about it, but it's kind of freaky, like the way they bounce about like. So yeah, hopefully there'll be no kangaroos in the play. As I said, nothing against the koala bears, nothing against them. They're kind of up in the trees, like, they don't really bother you. It's the kangaroos you've got to look out for, lads. So yeah, that's it. I'll be playing the bravest character of them all in the Wizard of Oz, the lion, lads. So look out for that, lads. All right, I don't think I'll be back again until 2024. I don't think I'll be back. So look after yourselves, lads. Merry Christmas, and don't take things too seriously, lads. Don't take things too seriously. But if you do, if you do hear about hate speech, it might not be a bad idea, like, to lock yourself in your bedroom for a few weeks, hoping it'll blow over, All right, lads. I'm not sure. I've an outro here. I've two outros. I've my normal outro, and then I've it's my normal outro, but there's the word "ho" at the end of it. Makes it more Christmassy. Do you know what? I'll go with the Christmassy one. All right. Bye, lads, and all the best for 2022. Oh, 1 second. Let me look at my calendar here. Jesus, I made a mistake. All the best for 2024, lads. Do da 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 do da de, do da do da do da 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 do da de, do da de. Ho!